Here we are. We are live. Good evening, Woodhounds. How is everyone doing? I see there's a few of you in here already, so that's good. That is good. Yeah, so Friday night, here we are. let me switch to the split screen so we get the fire in there. As you can see, I've got some pieces drying out around the outer edges. Oh my goodness! Right off the bat, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's time to officially kick this live stream off with a big Team Woodhound drink to Ronan. So Ronan, my friend, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yes, so as you saw earlier this week, actually yesterday's video, this little gimmick, I got some more wood split up just like I said I was going to do, so I'm going to do a few more tests with the meter, and then we're throwing it on the pile to see how it works. So yeah, it should be interesting. Like I said, I don't know. Some of those readings were just off. I don't know. So, with that being said, I need who's all in here. Ronan, of course. Harry Ellingsworth, good evening. Outside in Michigan. Saw Surgeon. The Saw Surgeon is here. Tim and Old Saws is here. Kevin Brewer, Michael White, Old Timer. Whew! All you Woodhounds. I think I saw Daniel Atkins in here too. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, and there's Mac 210. Mac 210. I think I saw Mac's Air 420 in here as well. So, yeah, good evening. Like I said, we got this thing kicked off early here with a bang here. If you're new here tonight for the first time, this is the routine here. We kick back, put the week behind us, get together with all of us who enjoy Firewood, and just hang out, have some fun. There's Adam Carter and Whacking Axes. Good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Timothy Thompson, how are you? And there's Matt Rofer. Thanks again, buddy, for the feedback earlier this week. Greatly appreciate that. The little boss man and Amanda are out walking the dog right now. So they'll be back in a little while. But, so yes, did anyone else go out and check their firewood to see how it's seasoning? That was just a little something I wanted to try with, instead of doing the inventory about how much I have on hand, doing a little thing about seeing just how seasoned some of the stuff I have on hand is. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. But here's the thing that's weird. I know a bunch of you said to change the batteries. Well, my moisture meter that I had forgotten it, and it got rained on, and the batteries were dead, and I don't know if the batteries were dead or it just wasn't working, but I went and bought a new one that day. So that moisture meter that I used in that video was brand new out of the box. So, okay, I went back and did some tests just because I couldn't believe some of that pine in there was as high as it was. And now, when I look at this stuff, yeah, now it's at like 15, 17. This thing doesn't stay in there, but so see, I don't know. It just seemed weird that some of those were as high as they were. So this piece looks like it's ready to burn, so let me toss it on 1 second. And we'll throw this thing on. That can't hurt. So, yeah, and like I said, I don't know. Uh, that one big piece of maple was from like, I don't know how long ago, last October I think, and I saw somebody in here said that they just tested their maple from May and it was dry, and that stuff was still at 42%. So who knows? Who knows? Oh, hey, Richard Healy. Good evening, Richard. How are you doing? Little Creek Firewood. Hello, how are you? I'm not sure if I've seen you on the Back 40 live stream before. Uh-oh, there goes the fire cam. Down and out. Oh. And we're back. Maybe. Maybe not. This is the beauty of going live. What is that? What in the world? That was interesting. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. So the moisture meter, the one thing I did realize though with my the stack, or in the woodshed, the side that's facing north actually gets like full sun all day from where the sun's at. So that's why that stuff was as dry as it was. But, oh, Ronan, look at this guy. All right, everybody, here we go. Cheers, Team Woodhound drink to Ronan. Thank you very much again, my friend. Cheers, everybody. You guys notice the new little Woodhound emojis? We got the happy hound down in the one corner, and we got the pirate Woodhound up in the other corner. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm kind of glad that I did that little test. Come October, before I'm ready to fire up the boiler, I think I'll go around and do another test of them all and compare it to what I have written down. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. I gotta jump over. Oh, there we go. All right. I just had to make sure I got some stuff going on here that's kind of crazy tonight. Oh, let me just double check this. Why is that looking like it is? I don't know. The fire cam looks a little blurry. Yeah. We got some technical difficulties. There we go. Gotta love this stuff, trying to be all fancy. Oh, yeah, so see, that's Kevin Brewer. You see that? He had some that was still, after 2 years, still holding on to a lot of moisture. Yeah, it's nuts. It is crazy. And that oak, I mean, I know oak takes a long time to season out, but some of those pieces, like, well, here, I have one right here. Here's another one that I split today, now just to do a retest. And let's see what this baby's holding at. Yeah, see, now that's showing 14%. So, and the other side, 16. So this is from the stack that the other day when I tested it was at like 26. Like I said, not sure it really matters, because once the boiler's fired up, it's going in, and at that point, whatever moisture level it's at is going to be going down, because it's going to be burning. So, yeah, I don't know, Harry, if it's how I stack it or what. I don't think so, but maybe. I do know that I think that the woodshed over there, I think that doesn't get quite as much airflow as I probably need. So I'm thinking now with the tractor and being able to move stuff around, I might be better off stacking it all outside, and then in the fall, just bringing it in, and dumping it in there like a week before I fire up the boiler. So for all year long, it's outside, and then bring it into the shed. The reason I stacked it all in the shed last year is because I didn't have a way to move it around like I do now with the tractor. So Dylan Woodworks. They are rocks, actually. Well, on the far, like right, over by the deep end of the pond, those are all big limestone rocks, and then the other wall is flagstone rocks, but that is concrete in between it, and like it's all concrete over top of it. So, Hot Rod Dave is in the house. Good evening, Hot Rod. Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Tom Bryan, hey, good to see you, my friend. And Richie's Outdoors. Richie's Outdoors. Oh, my goodness. And look who's here. It's Mr. Outside with Shibe. So, Woodhounds, here we go. Whatever's in your glass, it doesn't matter. Raise it up to Outside with Shibe. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you here tonight, buddy. And there's Firewood Midwest. Look at all these Woodhounds in here. Stan Nelson. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's I think the same thing with cherry. If that stuff gets in the weather, like that stuff rots pretty fast as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I might have to do is find some way to like cover it maybe, or have some type of structure. I don't know. Yeah, that water, Jeff, the water is pretty clear. Over there in that little round, the old silo pit, that's about almost 6 feet deep. You can see the bottom nice and clear. Oh, Craig T502. That's right. Take down a light for Shibe. Filling your roadside stand tonight. Yes, I have to fill mine tomorrow. Well, only 2 slots. Uh-oh, here comes a little bird that wants to get up in its nest. And I am right above it. So next week, the 1 year mark. Actually, yesterday was yesterday I put up my first Firewood video, but I didn't officially start the channel until July 30th. So next week, everybody, get ready for the 1 year on YouTube party. Oh, it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but should be a good time. But yeah, it's been my first video that I did on Firewood. Like I said, I posted it yesterday, a year ago, and then next week now on the 30th will be the 1 year of my official launch of the channel. So get ready for next week. A little anniversary celebration. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have anything too. Hey, look at there. That Wood guy is in the house. That Wood guy, how are you doing? And Firewood Frank. Hey, Firewood Frank. Interesting question, because that Wood guy, he accepts cashless payment at his wood stand. And I'm actually thinking about possibly doing the same at mine. But yeah, I guess it's working out pretty well for him, because You know, a lot of people just aren't in the mindset of handling cash anymore and whatnot. So, yeah, that's an interesting idea. And, you know, putting to use the technology that's out there and available for people to just come up with their phone, scan your little code, send you the payment, be done. But yeah, that wood guy, and that wood guy, what is it now? A couple weeks away from that wood guy's live stream on August 8th, I believe it is. On his birthday, a birthday bash with that wood guy. Well, I hope you're ready, that wood guy. Oh yeah, that's true. With using the apps, you do lose, and I think there's also a little convenience fee that they take out of you. So yeah, you gotta get it any way you can, though, I guess, or they get you any way they can. Convenience fees, processing fees, you name it. So I went back and did the count of how many pieces go into that. Oh, wait a minute. What did Saw Surgeon? That is so true. If you don't want to handle some cash, send it to the Saw Surgeon. But I counted up how many pieces of that 194 that I got out of that one big round. I counted up how many pieces on average go into a bundle, and it's right around 14 to 15 of those pieces. So after I did that math, I figured out that I would get about 13 bundles out of that one great big round. So that's about $65 round of firewood right there. That was. Hey, Travis Cover. Oh, we have an anniversary next week as well. All right. We'll have a couple anniversaries next Friday night to celebrate. I got to put some more wood on that fire. Oh, but first, before we do, look at this guy over here, the Woodhound from Ireland, the Irish Woodhound, Mr. Ronan. Again, everybody, let's raise him up to Ronan. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, my friend. Cheers. So one more moisture test, because this is interesting. What was how about a wine review? Yeah, that wine last week, there wasn't too much of that was good. I actually had to dump some of it out. But this week, my tree service friend, Rick, from Trees to Treasures, he dropped me off a load of popple. And when he texted me about it, he said that it was standing dead. And I don't know how many of you out there deal much with standing dead popple, but anytime I've ever seen a standing dead popple tree, the inside is just like mush. I mean, I've seen trees like in the fall that were dead, and come spring, like the bark just holds in all the moisture and the inside just turns to mush. And like I said, I don't know if any of you other guys have ever experienced that with popple, but this stuff, when he dropped it off, looked like this. Like it was just dried out, nice and solid still. So I split a piece of this open, And this stuff, believe it or not, is down to 16%. This was just split from into four-way from around this afternoon. So this stuff, I mean, like I said, I've never hardly ever seen standing dead popple that was in decent shape. But now I have. So this stuff, I think, and there's like 2 or 3 trees worth. It's not all this small. Some of the bigger stuff is still, kind of wet. But this stuff, I'm thinking I could split this down and might even be able to put it out in the stand like next month. So, yeah, I was surprised that it was solid, number one, and that it's actually dry and ready to burn. Because he texted me and he's like, I'm taking down these 3 standing dead popple trees. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want them. I'm like, let me know if they're solid on the inside. And he said they were, so he brought them and dropped them off. So now, actually, yeah, I'm going to throw this piece on next. We'll see how that burns. Another burn test night. Throwing wood on the fire and seeing how it burns. Hey, Jared Hildebrandt. Good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Yep, I know. We'll let that big chunk there take off, Simon. And Simon, how are you doing, buddy? Hey, and Slick Willie. Slick Willie. How's everything down there, down south? Who else did I just see in here? I saw somebody else. But, oh, Larry Cluck. Good evening, Larry. Did you get any of that storm damage cleaned up yet? It was, oh my goodness. Jared Hildebrandt. Thank you very much, my friend. Here is to Jared Hildebrandt, to my mother, a woman that will be remembered for her big heart. Oh, well, thank you very much, Mr. Hildebrandt. Greatly appreciate that. And cheers to you and your mother. Jared. Thank you again, my friend. But, yeah, in honor of your mother. So, yeah, maybe I do need to, well, I'll give that fire a little more time to get going. It's something in there smoking pretty bad. Oh. And, one other thing. What was that? I saw Ronan had a question back here. I don't know yet, Ronan. We have to get to 6K first. Then we'll see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. Larry Cluck. Is all my... Oh, yeah. That's what is smoking. All that dang waterlogged firewood I got in there. I bet it is that piece of pine. That's what that big chunk is a piece of pine. The good thing is it keeps the bugs away. Keeps the bugs away. So, we do have I do have something to unbox. But this time, I know what it is, actually. And it's an interesting story about how I know. But let me go kick that piece of pine off there, and I'll throw this this dead papillon. See what happens. Oh, yeah, that smoke was getting to me. Holy moly's. Ugh. So the story with I don't know if this is another axe in the box, but oh, so Craig T502. That's an interesting. I actually, when I'm back there in the wood yard, I'm pretty far away from my neighbors, so I don't think they hear it too bad. And like I've had the splitter running, and like I've had Amanda up here telling me, or seeing how loud it was, and I've got I guess the muffler facing back into the woods to kind of diffuse the sound. So it's not too bad, I don't think. I don't know, but in this box. So this, like I said, this is an interesting story. I'll tell you, let's see, let's open it first and then I'll tell you the story. How about that? And Paul Dickey, I don't know if you're watching, but I got your little knife out here to open this baby up with. Hey, Dwayne Dye, how are you doing? So, let's see here. Maybe this thing won't open up. There we go. All right, so what this is, some of you may know, some of you may not. This is what was in the package. And I'll give you a hint right now. Logox. So what this is, hang on. This goes with my Logox. And what it is a holster for it. So you can keep it at the ready on your side when you're working out over, either moving rounds, out of the woods, working around the splitter. So, Woodhound Senior, I know when you've been using this thing, you always want to look for a place to set it down where you can grab it again. And this fastens right to your belt, and locked and loaded, ready to go. So, one night, I don't even remember what night it was. I think last week, I posted a picture on Instagram, and Logox on Instagram reached out to me and asked me if I ever thought about using their holster to carry around the Logox. And so, of course, I replied. I'm like, well, yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't have one. And then they told me that they had been talking with GP Outdoors. I don't know how many of you have heard of his channel, but GP Outdoors, he lives up in Canada. Really good channel, super cool guy, does all kinds of stuff outdoors. But him and I, we kind of met each other through the Splitter Wars back, whenever that was. But we've emailed and then just communicate through comments and whatnot. But he's always been telling me that I need to get this. Like, he's like, you need the holster. You need that holster for your Logox. Well, GP Outdoors was talking with Logox, and he mentioned to Logox that they should send me one of these to try out. And so I need to give a big shout out to Logox, of course, for sending this to me, and to GP Outdoors for recommending to Logox to send me one of these. So yeah, they sent one of these out for me to give it a try and see how I like it. And I think I will, because I've had many times when I'm like out there, you know, and picking up a few rounds, and you put one up on the splitter, you want to split it, and then, you know, I just set the Logox on the ground. Well, now it's going to be right on my hip. Boom, ready to go. Ready to go. So yeah, super cool of Logox and super cool of GP Outdoors. Greatly appreciate that. And I will be actually probably putting this to use tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know if I'm sure some of you, all of you, well, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you have heard about GP Outdoors. But if you haven't, check them out. Outside in Michigan. Outside in Michigan. Thank you, my friend. Everybody, Team Woodhound Drink. Let's raise them up to outside in Michigan. Cheers, everyone. Oh, we are at the bottom of the hour. It's almost time for round 2. We got to finish off round 1 here. So, oh, Richard Healy, hang on. Richard Healy, you crazy woodhound. We gotta properly do this. Richard Healy, goodness gracious. Now Firewood Midwest, this bottom of the hour. Here we go for round 2. All right, everybody. Richard Healy, Firewood Midwest. Everybody, let's raise them up and toast to those guys. Cheers. Thanks again, buddy. Dave Gibb, hello, Firewood friends. Hello, how are you doing? Woo! Firewood Midwest and Richard Healy. Thanks for getting round 2 off to a good start here. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna need your guys' help. I got something to run by you. Let's turn that off. Sorry. So I'm what do we got in here? We're gonna do a little poll tonight. We're gonna do a little poll. And oh, Henry Rogers, how did you build your fire pit and not burning your deck? Well, I've got it cut out. I actually had the fire pit there from my previous deck that I had. And so inside the fire pit, I don't know if you can see, but there's an old tractor tire rim. And then I put all those pavers around it. And then when I built this new deck, I just built it up to the sides. I did have one time with my old deck that I put a bunch of branches in, and one of them had tipped out after the center burned, and it rolled over and burned a little mark on the one board. But okay, John A. I'm going to try to say your name here, and you see if I was looking at one of your comments earlier this week. Albrecht. Is it Albrecht? John Albrecht? Is that how you say it? I know I've said it wrong before, but I was sitting here, I was sitting looking at your comments earlier this week on one of the videos, and I was like trying to figure out if that's how you would say your name. Is John Albrecht. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm giving it another stab. I'm giving it another try. So if I screwed that up, then I'll quit trying. Almost. Oh. Yeah, that fire's not looking too bad right now. Kathy Kennedy. Greetings. Yes. Oh, yeah. So, speaking of, let's if any of you are new here, I can quick jump over to back40woodhound.com, and if you guys are new to either the channel or the live stream, both, whatever, over here on back40woodhound.com, you can see we've got a reminder for the live streams. We got the Back 40 forum where all you Woodhounds can share pictures and stories, and then the Woodhound map of the world. And if you haven't added yourself to the map, because I'm streaming right now, it takes a little bit to open up, but if you haven't added yourself to the map, I think it's time for you to go over there, fill out this little form down here at the bottom. But look at this. We are getting a nice big group of Woodhounds all over the world. Woohoo! Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, I know every week it's crazy because every week I mention that, or I try to mention it every week, and I'm always thinking, well, I don't have to mention it this week because I think everyone's on there. But then every week, during the week, like Friday nights after the live stream's done, I'll get a few people added, and then throughout the weekend, a few more emails come in of people to add to the map. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see all you Woodhounds and see where all you are from. Like, that's one of the interesting things, I think. Just seeing on the map where everyone's at, and like that's kind of oh, I know. I think you're on there, Sandhill Woodman. I think I added you on there, so I think you're there. But so like with the whole moisture test thing, I know Matt, the Woodhound across the lake there in Michigan, he was saying how it'd kind of be cool to get like depending on where you are in the country, like how wood is seasoning in the south or in the west or the east, what state you're in. So, Edward, funny you should ask that question. Because the pin from my 4-way, I actually bent it. Like, I was splitting, I don't know what I was splitting the other day, but it pushed the little pin out, and then it bent the entire pin that goes through the wedge. So yeah, I have had just this last week I had an issue with the pin coming out. I bent it with a big knotty piece of something. I don't even remember what it was. Old Man Fred, good evening. Now that smoke's picking up again, and the fire cam is frozen. Oh, maybe the fire cam is frozen because because it's too hot. I wonder if my phone is too hot. I don't know. Yeah, Edward, if do you have the little the other little pin to like lock it in? Because I know that thing, that thing's popped out a few times, but I never had the actual big like bolt through there pop out. So, hey, Adam Carter, you got it. All right. Yeah, thank you very much, Adam. I know you were saying that you hope I sell a lot of those, but actually, right now there's only 2 that are in existence: yours and mine. So you've got a limited edition one right there. 110 in Arkansas. Holy moly's! Hope the Irish Woodhound comes at us again, ladies and gentlemen. Ronan. Thank you very much, everybody. Cheers to Ronan. Yeah, Edward, if you put that pin in, so like if you look at it and you put the pin in to where like the wood, which way your wood is traveling through the wedge, sometimes that helps. Otherwise, I have run the 4-way and the 6-way without the pin in. So I just put the wedge on, push it through. I mean, unless you've got really big stuff, I mean, it sometimes doesn't matter. So you can actually run that wedge without the pin. Sometimes you will get it to lift and pop off there, but the other thing is, like I said, yeah, just make sure that little cotter pin that goes in there is like, you try to get it so that, you know, it's facing the way the wedge is, or the wood is always going through. So, hey, Sid's Time Outdoors. How are you doing, buddy? An Ohio Woodburner is here. Ohio Woodburner. That was a cool video you did this past week with the little downtown delivery. Super cool. There's another guy. If you guys haven't checked out Ohio Woodburner, go give him a look. He's got some pretty cool videos that he's doing, and just overall like interesting story about, you know, how he got into firewood and like his whole thought process, or I guess business model with handling firewood. So yeah, good stuff down there in Ohio. Oh, and there's Mark. Oh, Mark, how are you, my friend? Mark is in the house. And Isaac Rykard, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah, no problem, Edward. That's like I said, it just depends on the wood. And sometimes that little bird's trying to get up in her nest. I feel bad that I'm standing here because it's getting dark now, and she's probably wants to get into that nest. I got that shark up here, and this bird built a nest in its mouth, actually in the belly, but it flies into the mouth, and it's been buzzing around here. Ohio. Yeah, there's a lot of you woodhounds in Ohio. Ohio. Now that bird is mad. That's right, Daniel Atkins and Ohio Woodburner. Very positive. Very informative, and just, like I said, good times watching his videos. Gary Gross. Good evening, my friend. Oh, I don't know about that, Merc. No problem, Isaac. I got it down finally. Finally sunk in. Finally sunk in. Joel Cray. I don't know if I've got all 50 states covered. That's a good question. I don't think I do. Looks like I'm missing. Let me just see here. I am missing Montana, Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. So I don't know if we've got too many Woodhounds in Las Vegas, but we did last week add someone from South America, so we have all the continents except Antarctica. Hey, Larry Evans. I don't know if I said hi to you tonight or not, but let's see. What? Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, actually, North Dakota and Kansas. Now that I'm looking at it, there's a few. Yeah, there's a few left out, but we'll get there. We'll get there one of these days. Oh. Jared Tixon. Here we go. Thank you very much, my friend. Everybody, let's give a big Team Woodhound drink to Jared. Thanks, buddy. Now let me get to your question. What was that? How much moisture do you gain on split wood after an inch or two of rain or a day of high humidity? Yeah, I don't know. That is a good question. That's what I think, actually, that test I did with some of those pieces, I think it's because that week or 2 weeks before I did the test, it's been like just humid and sticky and muggy, and then we had 3 days where we had downpours. So I think that might contribute to it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know I've heard people say that rain, having your wood stack get rained on isn't necessarily such a bad thing, because it actually like runs off and I guess like wicks away some, I don't know, wicks away the moisture from the inside or something. I've had a few comments about this, but yeah, it's and the other thing is I think it just depends on how your wood is piled. Like that big loose pile I have, I don't know if it kind of runs down and doesn't really get to the inside. And then if I have just regular stacks, the rain will kind of be shed off the sides and not really get to the inner wood. So I don't know, but that's an interesting question. Simon, all right, let me stoke the fire. Oh, Ronan. Stay safe, my friend. Have a good rest of the weekend. Thanks again for stopping by, buddy. Greatly appreciate everything. So let me throw up a few more pieces on the fire. 1 second. So yes, I don't know if that answered your question or not, Jared, but one of these, I know like some of my stacks of wood that I had for the roadside stand. I had half of them like tarped over the winter, and then I pulled that off in the spring, and they got rained on, and I don't know how much it matters, but the humidity I think does play a big factor, and I think that's what is going on with my woodshed over there. Is it just got so hot and humid for like 2 weeks, and inside that shed, I don't think the airflow, I think it just kind of gets too stuffy. Hey, Joe's Firewood videos is here. Good evening, Joe. I'm trying to send some cooler weather your way, but I notice all your pictures of the sunsets on Facebook, and they're always looking over here towards the great state of Wisconsin. Oh, the question. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to ask it or not, because I think I might just go with my. It's about the thumbnail pictures. So, oh, there you go. G-Boz. The rain pulls the sugars out. Yeah, see, that's what I've heard. I've had some comments about that the sap in the sugars get pulled out with getting rained on. So, hey, Vernon, good evening. So, with the thumbnail pictures, here's a question for you. Is it, and this is kind of, I guess, Joe's Firewood video brought this up on my one thumbnail that I was using Amanda to try to get views. So, is that such a bad thing to do? Because in Sunday's video, I've narrowed it down to 2 different thumbnails that I want to use. But I don't know which one I should use because you know how I don't want to, like, I've seen other channels where, you know, obviously you put an intriguing thumbnail picture up and, you know, some people will look at that and say, oh, he's just trying to get views, trying to, you know, just trying to get people out there to click, like almost like clickbait with the thumbnails. But that's the thing is that, so little preview, again, little preview of what's coming up on Sunday. So we had, oh, Kathy, I'll have to check and see. You should just be able to fill out that form and then click submit, and it should be fine. Even if it just doesn't look like it goes through, it usually does. Otherwise, just email me back40firewood@gmail.com. So, we did a video a couple weeks ago where we were splitting the red oak, and so we had more of that red oak to split up. So we went back and did that, and teaser, spoiler alert, Amanda was running the splitter. So she was running the splitter. So then we took a couple, you know, frames out of the videos. But, so yeah, clickbait is something that isn't in the video. So, yeah, so that's what I'm, you know, that's what I was just wondering, is if people would be, like I said, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to come across as one of those guys that, as the Big Lebowski would say, that is, treats objects like women, or treats women like objects. I don't know how many of you are Big Lebowski fans out there, but, so yeah. Yeah, that's what, well, so here's the interesting thing. So, the interesting thing is, so I picked out like two thumbnails that I thought, you know, would you, and then I was leaning towards the one and not so much the other one, and then Amanda was like, oh no, use that one. I think that one's better. So we'll see. So, unless you guys want to, do you guys want a teaser right now to see which ones they are? Do you want to see the choices? Which one's the options? Option 1 and option 2? Corey Riley, the dude abides. Oh, all right. So we'll do it. We will do it. Let's go. I will show you. So we'll do a little poll right now. We'll do a little vote to wrap up this live stream. So this is option 1. There's option 1. Looking like she means business, right? She's back there. She's serious. She's got that, I am out of my element, Donnie. That is right. So that's option 1. Now, option 2, this is the one that kind of gets more into that, on the edge type of thing. So option 2 is that right there. Right there again, meaning business. Like, bring it on. Let's do it. So we got option 1, option 2. 1 or 2. So yeah, that's those are my choices. I'm kind of leaning towards option 1, but we'll see. I kind of like that whole hand up on the splitter, like. Oh, see, now we got split decision. 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's what it's, I think, like, the whole thing. So that's the funny thing, is Amanda actually picked out number 2. But I like this one because it's like serious, hand on the lever, ready to go. Let's split some wood. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, look at this. Look at the evening that's coming. The lights are on. The water. But it's cool, I think, just because, like, she enjoys, like, you'll actually hear, if you watch Sunday's video, you got to watch it till the end, because at the very end, I ask her about running the splitter. And so wait until you hear her response. It's a good, but it's cool because, she comes back there. Like, now she's running the splitter, which gives me a little more flexibility to, like, bring bigger rounds to the splitter and get those split. And that's right, Todd. That's what I got to keep reminding her. Because she's like, oh, hey, Larry Cluck, have a good evening, my friend, and a good weekend. But yeah, she, now if we got some bigger rounds back there to split up, she can run the splitter now, and it just works out great. So yeah, that's so there. So thanks for your feedback, everyone. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think either one is good, and like I said, I just like that look of business, hand on the lever, ready to run the splitter. I don't know. So, all right. So I think I like that Todd Lacey. Amanda will take over my channel. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. They were on a. I don't know what she's doing. I was gonna have her come out here but yeah. So Daniel Atkins. I don't know about that. She's been wanting to. Well, I was kind of like asking her a while back, you know, like run the splitter. And she's like, oh no, I enjoy doing this more. Like I enjoy picking up the wood, bringing it to the, oh my God, Marlon L. Marlon L. Thank you, my friend. All right, everyone. I think this is the last call round coming up here. So cheers to Marlon and all you Woodhounds. Thank you very much. Hey, good night, Simon. Have a good weekend. Oh, so yes. Harry, good night. I think that's going to take us to the, where are we at here? The closing. There we go. Everyone's favorite tune. So thank you all again. Thank you all moderators. Thanks for being here, keeping things in line. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Thanks all the super chatters and everyone who continues to support the channel. Keep, yeah, everyone have a good night. And yeah, look for that video Sunday to see which thumbnail we end up going with. But then watch that video to the end because it's pretty cool. So everybody, have a great weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Thanks again, everyone. Cheers.